Hey guys, Cloud VP here, and welcome back to the second reproduction. I think that's what it's called. It's like the Queen of Darkness, the second reproduction, or the Queen of Darkness 2, the second reproduction. Very long title, nonetheless. So for this one, I decided to actually turn off Christine's audio. So I'm gonna read that for her, but I'm gonna leave the guy's voice acting on because I can't do guy voices. I've tried it before. It ain't happening, so we're turning that off. So, yeah, let's just get right into it. And load. Load. I don't remember what happened last time. I think we set off to go try to fight the demon guy. Hold on, this is bothering me. Go away. Ah, you don't go away, you stay there. Oh, I clicked the wrong thing. Okay, here we go. It was pitch black, and my body was being thrown around by the bumpy ride. With so little room, I'd been forced to hug my knees and curl in a ball. My arms and legs were going stiff, so I tried moving around a little. But before I could, the warm presence behind me squirmed. Hey, don't move. They'll catch us. Oh, that's because I'm so close to him. I heard Lizette's voice just above my head. I couldn't see him, but his tone of voice gave away his annoyance. What's wrong? I'm sure it's nothing. Just a guy sitting behind me. It's gonna be nothing. We'd been repeating the same conversation for a while now, and it always ended with Lizette's vague reply of nothing. It was starting to really annoy me, but before I could voice my objection, Lizette suddenly spoke up. Oh, they're in a barrel. I thought they were just like hiding in like a covered wagon or something, but I guess even in a covered wagon you'd be able to see something. It makes sense. Well, of course it's cramped. We're both squeezed inside it. Basically, we were hiding inside a large barrel. That wasn't already established, but thank you. But despite its size, squeezing the two of us inside proved to be quite a challenge. Hey, I felt like a lump of meat stuffed inside a sausage. What, are you calling me fat? Listen, I'm not the one taking up all the space, okay? No, he totally called me fat. It had been half a month since we left Elminen? That place, and we'd restricted ourselves to unpopulated paths in order to conserve our strength. At least, we were finally approaching the capital of Deathride. Sneaking in wasn't hard at first, but getting this far without so much as a scratch was nothing short of a miracle. The closer we got to Deathride, the tougher things got. Earlier, we were going to use a secret passageway we discovered beforehand, but when we went to use it, it had been sealed up. Now, so someone knew you were coming, is what you're saying. Just when we thought we'd reached dead end, I noticed this huge barrel. Deathride was supposed to have cut all ties with its allies long ago, but it seems that the kingdom of Girard, whatever, is still trading with them. Maybe they influenced Deathride's actions against Crofts. The merchant delivering our barrel, whatever, were from Girard. When I first saw their kingdom's coat of arms, I couldn't believe my eyes. I asked them a few questions. Apparently, Girard's merchants have been going to and from Deathride since forever. The man I bribed earlier confirmed it too. The two kingdoms trade every year, it seemed. Just once a year? I was displeased that the people of Girard had been helping the demons, but now I was thankful. Without them, we would have been stuck. Ew. Watch your hands, Chris. Not knowing what he meant, I tried moving around again. Ooh, this is getting perverted. You're too loud, Lizette. We'll get caught if you don't stay quiet. Oh no, I thought he was gonna say demo, but oh no, close enough. What's wrong? Can't you breathe properly? Poor guy, I'm adding years to his life. Huh? Oh, that's him. I read his line. Why are you reciting verses from the holy book? He's totally being a pervert. I wish we could see, but it's okay, we're in a barrel, I understand. Okay. Oh, hello. The horse cart finally arrived at the castle's front gates, so the music got really scary. The place was completely silent. I held my breath and listened closely, ready to react. I thought the demons would be loud and lively at night, but all I could hear was the whispered exchange between the merchants and the guards. The eerie silence made me all more cautious. The merchants aren't going to give us away, are they? I could hear my heartbeat thumping in my ears. Various bad scenarios flashed through my head, and I gulped nervously. I felt Lizette's body stiffen up, ready for battle. Good work. You can go through now. Thank you very much. Luckily, the guard must have known the merchants. He let them through without checking properly. The first obstacle had been cleared. I sighed and relaxed my tense muscles. We soon heard the sounds of the merchants unloading the barrels. Ugh, this is getting creepy. Yeah. While whispering to one another, we prepared ourselves. There was a hint of joy in Lizette's voice. He must have been glad we got this far without a hitch. Of course, I, the strategist, couldn't help but feel happy about it too. And yet, for some reason, things were going so well, I felt anxious. That's what happens. Okay, so this goes into the bedroom, and this goes... Be quiet, answer my question, and I'll spare your life, understand? The demon woman hadn't seen us hiding around the corridor. I took my chance and grabbed her, quickly covering her mouth. I pushed her against the wall. She glared at me with eyes full of hatred, but once I pressed my blade against her pale neck, she froze. She nodded over and over, terrified by my cold, merciless voice. Good. Now tell me, where can I find the demon lord, Gardus? He's at the top of the stairs, in the room at the end of the corridor. She'd given us exactly what we needed. I glanced over at Lizette, and he came forth, rope and cloth in hand. The woman was soon bound and gagged, and left in the shadows of an inconspicuous pillar. Now, there were no witnesses. Or at least they didn't kill her. Of course I'm sure about this. About what? You don't kill innocents, because then that makes bad things happen. I am a knight. Breaking my promises even to a demon would sully my honor. Besides, the Alliance army will kill her later. Well, at least I don't get to dirty my hands, I guess. What? Did I say something funny? Oh, I'm glad you do. Idiot, we don't have time for that. Come on, we need to get going.
Hi.
He's so cute. Dude, I really don't know. Everything's so creepy. We followed the woman's directions and soon found ourselves before a large, luxurious door. It had to be the entrance to the demon lord's throne room, but the lack of guards along the way made me hesitate. Things had gone way too smoothly, and the calmness of the corridor left me uneasy, and the music is dying. That's making me uneasy now. I was almost disappointed with how easy things had been. But, okay, it's starting up. I guess it was a pause. But the fact remained that I was deep inside enemy territory. Maybe he's overconfident. I'm gonna take this pause real quick, because this music is reminding me of another visual novel I played. If any of you guys have ever played 999 or Virtue/Reward, this is what it makes me think of. That music. I was just like, I'm gonna die! That's such a good game, though. I need to, do something. I need to find that and play that again. Anyway. That's why I'm getting all freaked out. Ugh. I held my breath and pressed an ear against the door, intending on eavesdropping. But at that moment... Oh, Lord Gardus, you're so bold. Gardus. The moment I heard her voice, I suddenly felt extremely nervous. Gardus was in that room, no doubt about it. The root of all evil that plunged this world into terror and despair was right behind that door. I immediately exchanged glances, not glasses, with Lizette, because we ain't wearing glasses, that'd be bad. We need to have contacts, we warriors. And we waited for our chance. Oh, Lemai, please protect us. I gripped the hilt of my sword, praying within my heart. I noticed Lizette watching me from around the corner of my eye, but I couldn't turn around. My resolve would leave me the moment I did. I was going up against the Demon Lord. I was sure to gain substantial injuries at the very least, let alone come out unharmed. Honestly, I wanted to throw away the temptation of retreat and embrace the upcoming battle alongside Lizette. But I couldn't look at him, knowing that I was about to drag both of us into hell. I'd cry out of guilt if I turned around. I could only look straight ahead. Ah, Lord Gardas. Pervert. The room's atmosphere suddenly changed. Now was my chance. Oh god, that's scary. Demon Lord Gardas, prepare yourself. I threw the door open. Hello. His voice is a little different from what I thought. Hey, you know what? You should lock the door if you're gonna do private things that you don't want people to come into. I'm just saying. Lock the door. Lock that door. Okay. The man turned his gaze towards us and stood up. For just a moment, I felt an odd attraction to his graceful form and completely forgot about my hatred. So, this is the Demon Lord Gardas. His hair was as black as the night, yet it shone with royal elegance. His frighteningly handsome face wore a smile strong enough to charm its every witness. Twilight-covered pupils looked out from his narrow eyelids, coaxing my body under his control. Are you mocking us, demon? I returned to my senses and held up my sword. The woman gave a terrified screech and fled through the door, but the Demon Lord just stood up, relaxed and unconcerned. Don't you need her help? That's interesting to know. Not all demons have magic. Oh, no, I'm the bad guy. Nonsense. If you demons didn't exist, the world would be a much better place. Why wouldn't we want to destroy you? It's a popular line. His composed smiles stayed put, but my words had clearly changed his attitude. I suddenly felt horribly cold. We were indoors, but freezing gusts of wind were blowing across the room. The Demon Lord had conjured them, and the instant one slipped past my leg, I got goosebumps. How ominous. The Demon Lord was horrifying, the essence of everything evil in this world, just as I thought. Struggling to keep calm, I locked my gaze upon my target. I, Christina Ranzad, shall banish your wicked soul from this world. I like how he laughs. Well, I am the warrior princess. Oh, crap, I cut him off. Then let me put an end to that boring life of yours. In a single breath, I threw myself against the wind and rushed towards the stage. Gardas raised an eyebrow, somewhat surprised by my movements. Maybe he underestimated me because of my gender. Either way, I wasn't going to give him time to rethink his plan. Ha! Oh ho! He blocked it. I was the third strongest knight in Elmenem, and I had a lot of confidence in my speed. Yet Gardas still managed to intercept my blade, pulling his own out of nowhere. I was pushing all of my strength into my sword, but Gardas was hardly breaking a sweat. The composed smile still lingering on his lips. I clicked my tongue in irritation, realizing the vast difference in strength between us. Ugh, there's no way I could take him on by myself? Our swords clashed together the moment it passed through my mind. I took advantage of the recoil and leapt behind him. Gardas jumped back, trying to gain distance between us, but he failed to notice the other blade lying in wait. Our usual tactic. If I ever faced a tougher enemy than expected, Lizette and I would attack them from both sides. It was our fastest and strongest maneuver. Aren't I busy? Oh, you're so cocky. The moment his feet touched the ground, Gardas was in motion. He leapt back, avoiding Lizette's jab, and swung his own sword upward, aiming straight for the knight's chest. No! Okay, cool. Lizette avoided it by a hair's breadth and countered immediately, leaping back the moment he got a chance to breathe. This would be so cool if it was animated, I'm just saying. Our attack didn't work. Okay, you know what? Shh. He left, mocking us. We were the fastest knights in the kingdom, with confidence to match, but we couldn't lay a scratch on him. It was outright humiliating. I gritted my teeth and went through every attack I knew in my mind, but none of them would ever work. The brief scuffle was more than enough evidence of Gardas' insane power. If I was going to defeat him, I would have to give up on getting out of here in one piece, especially if I gave him the time for incantations. We'd be reduced to ashes in seconds. Thus, I glanced at Lizette behind me and prepared myself. Princess? I don't know why I read this line. Sorry, Lizette. I guess I can't keep my promise after all. How? I threw away my tactics and gambled everything on my speed. I dashed forward, sword outstretched, heading straight for the Demon Lord's chest. It was going to kill him, even if it killed me in the process. Ooh, he said that. Well, hello. Gah. That was a little loud in my ear, but thank you. How? Maybe I am. What of it? I couldn't understand. What had just happened? I thought over Gardas' words, desperately looking for clues. But all I had to go on was the agonizing pain pulsing through my body. The pain from the impact. That's right, something hit me. Before I got a chance to touch him, an invisible force had thrown me backwards and slammed my body against a wall. I forced myself to stand up, my joints screaming in agony and my head desperately attempting to join the dots. That's pretty cool. Drawing a circle in his mind. To be fair, she had sound logic. Very sound. No incantations. Don't do it, Lizette, you can get hurt. With the Demon Lord's back to him, Lizette grabbed his chance and rushed forward. But inches before the tip of his blade brushed against Gardas, the Demon Lord evaded and countered with a heavy blow. Ooh. That's nice. No, I don't want Lizette to die! He cried out as he parried Gardas' sword, his back to me. Don't be ridiculous. There's no way I can leave you, my knight, my best friend, and just run away. Lizette paused. I couldn't see his expression, but Gardas could, and an unpleasant smirk floated onto the demon's lips. Oh, see, he even knows. I'm apparently the anime equivalent character. Well, I am an anime character, but I'm very oblivious, apparently. Christina's very oblivious. Unnerved, Lizette's skills rapidly deteriorated. Gardas' words had shaken him, and his rage rendered his own attacks chaotic. I tried to call out to him, but it was too late. Gardas quickly slipped beside him and smashed the hilt of his sword into Lizette's handguard. That was backwards. There wasn't any blood, but his bones were undoubtedly bruised. Unable to withstand the pain, Lizette let his sword fall to the floor with a clatter. Gardas didn't miss his chance and punched Lizette hard in the stomach. His cape-covered back bent horribly. Ooh, that's not good. He is a high-level demon. No, Lizette! Ignoring his agony, Lizette struggled to his feet and tried to straighten his posture. Gardas, however, had other ideas, grabbing the knight by the throat, lifting him onto his tiptoes. It was nothing short of a nightmare. With just one hand, Gardas had lifted up a fully grown man with the utmost ease. His smile felt ruthless and cruel, yet captivatingly beautiful. He could have snapped Lizette's neck in two that instant, but instead he chose to squeeze, taking sadistic pleasure in the knight's agonized expression. As he squeezed harder and harder, his sharp claws caught on Lizette's fragile skin and sent a rich crimson drop trickling down his neck. Lizette! Ooh, is this gonna be my first choice? And I cut him off again, darn it. But that's like what a knight does, they like sacrifice themselves for princesses. But I am a warrior princess, so I ain't gotta take that. I ain't gotta take nothing. Oh, I guess at least we were entertaining. Don't. I think I'll reward you with your eternal reward. Dead. That's how it's gonna go. What are you? I don't know if I like that. No! Stop! What happened? What was he got on his neck? Well, that's dirty. That's dirty right there. Disappear. This does sound fun. Stop joking around. Remove it right now. Gardus gave a satisfied smile, amused by my fury. He's got a point. He did just overpower both of us. There's no way we can make him do anything we want. No escaping, or Lizette dies. That's a very nice choice that he gave me, isn't it? What? While you're here, why am I reading his lines? I can tell you're having fun with this, Gardus. Idiot, don't underestimate me. Sparing me now means I'll get to kill you later. Not to mention, if I just abandon my knight and escape, I could leak everything I know about your kingdom. Will he go poof, or will he go like splat? Like, will he just disappear, or will he go splat? Like, literally kill him is what I'm wondering. Ugh. You're mean, Gardus. To think I was thinking of going for you first. I don't know actually what I'm gonna do yet. I don't know who I'm gonna pick. Wait, are you trying to run away? Duh, hello. What? Leaving that utterly shameless line, Gardus strolled out of the door and disappeared into the corridor. We were finally alone, and neither I nor Lizette could move a muscle. I was dumbfounded by the fact that Gardus completely outstripped me in terms of combat, and regret swirled in my heart over what happened to Lizette. I clenched my fist and punched the floor, cracks shooting across the dry surface. No, but he tried to save me, so therefore I can't like get mad at him. He tried. He tried. You tried. I was struck by the change in his voice. For him, the shame was worse than death. Seeing him blame himself like that made my chest ache. That's right. As his princess, I need to pull myself together. Don't you dare do what I think you're gonna do. You ain't killing yourself. Don't be an idiot. Why would I want you to do that? It's not your fault. Not only did I, as the champion, fail to defeat the Demon Lord, I couldn't even protect my subordinate. I'm the one you should blame. I stopped Lizette's agitated reply by raising my hand. and slowly pulled myself up against the wall. The crescent moon smirked at us from behind the window, reminding me of that man's horrid smile. Staring at the moon, I rubbed the blood off my lips and said, "We haven't finished yet. Lizette, do you still remember our promise?" "I vowed to not let you die, remember? No matter what happens, I'm going to save you." "He underestimated us. He'll let his guard down eventually, and we'll use that chance to get him. We'll defeat that man to go home again, together." I smiled at him, showing my resolution. It was hard to keep myself standing, my legs wobbly and my arms shaking. In the pale blue moonlight, a flash of bitterness flew across Lizette's face for a moment, but his expression quickly relaxed and turned into a gleeful smile. For a moment, I mistook his expression for sorrow, but it was probably just a trick of the demon's moonlight.
Hi, Hime-sama.
And just like that, Lizette and I stepped into a war without any reinforcements and filled with utter despair. I don't know what that says. But, since I don't know what that says, I'm gonna end this here. Or not. Intro? Intro? We're gonna watch an intro, then I'm gonna end it. Hold on, let's see what happens. The music's nice. It's totally the intro. So that was like all the prologue, I guess. Okay. It's very pretty. I hope it's not gonna say copyright infringement on my video because of that. I've had that before. Oh damn, look at his hand! It's kinda cool to see the full art now. I don't know who you are yet. Oh, it's Feather. Yes. I can't help but feel like these are spoilers. Probably totally spoilers. So much spoilers? I don't know what's going on. No girl. That's pretty. Are we done? Okay, we're gonna leave on that Y, because I don't know what that Y means, so Y. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. We are actually getting into what's happening now, which is exciting. We met the two main characters. Apparently we're gonna meet a third guy. I don't know, eventually. But yeah, stuff, very intense stuff just happened, and I liked it. I like this a lot, so I hope you guys do too. As always, all comments are greatly appreciated down below. And yeah, there's one more thing I wanted to say. I did recently reach 100 subscribers, which is totally awesome, and I'm super excited. I want to do a special episode for that. So if you guys have any suggestions of what you'd like me to do, or what you'd like to see, or if not, I'll just come up with something. Leave them below. And yeah, I guess I hope you all enjoyed this episode. I hope to see you all at the next one. So until then, bye everyone! 끝까지 포기 마라. 하늘이 내 곁을 지켜줄 거야.